Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to London Session, first session of the week. All right. If you have not looked at the chat, you have sorely missed out. GBP NZD already hit take profit for strategy number 3. That was called out in the chat. GBP, so yes, GBP NZD, GBP AUD is in profit. GJ is down a couple pips, about less than a pip right now. All right, and so we had, we're already in profit, already in the fun zone. All right, so let's jump in the chat. How do you get access to the chat? All right, you get access to the chat as long as you are paying for the AIRO software. Whoever invited you to Auvoria Prime needs to send you the link so that you have access to the chat. All right. If you're new to this call, make sure to ask your questions in the Q&A. And then in the chat, you can throw out things like pairs you want me to look at. And GBP AUD just hit take profit. So GBP AUD just hit take profit. So we are out of there. All right. Give me 1 second, guys, here. Give me 1 second here, guys, real quick. Let me close out some other trades real quick, and then we'll get started. All right. So if you are in the fun zone, for those who don't know what the fun zone is when you are in profit for the night, when you have winning trades. So if you are in the fun zone, drop fun zone in the chat. Let me find out who's in the fun zone. Who is in the fun zone for tonight? All right, who's in the fun zone? I caught a few trades. I compounded some trades on gold. So I took some trades on gold. I'm going to show you guys what that looked like. I use a combination of AIRO, plus I use a combination of institutional trading. So we'll kind of go over that a little later on. All right. I'll show you guys that setup. But if you are in the fun zone, drop fun zone in the chat. Let's find out who's all in the fun zone. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Oh, yeah. Fun zone blowing up. That's what I'm talking about. All right. That's what I like to see. All right. So the only trade we're still in is GJ. All right. GJ, at least I'm still in. That's for strategy 3 breakout. I'm also in some GER 30 trades. I was trying to close those out. They were both in profit. Now one's in negative, one's in profit. So I'm trying to get out of these trades before we get started. As you guys already know, GER 30 can be a pest. All right. So tonight we're going to go over again. I'll show you again. We'll start to analyze charts in a more different way. Shout out to Corey Collier on the New York session for taking the game to the next level. And forcing the rest of us to have to start analyzing charts at that next level. All right. So we're going to start tying that in with AIRO so you guys can start to see how institutional investing works hand in hand with AIRO. All right. You'll start to see how it works hand in hand with AIRO. All right. So I'm starting to try to bring that to you guys so you guys can see that here. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get out of this trade here. It's playing with me. Come on, GER. Come on. Come on, baby. That way I can concentrate on the rest of the night. I can't concentrate if GERs is acting a fool. Y'all know how it is. Trades like this, trading GER 30 is not something that you can focus on if it's not, if we're not actively watching it. All right. All right. Looks like we got people catching trades on the Euro NZD. On that Euro NZD, what was the setup? Whoever caught that Euro NZD trade, why did we take the Euro NZD trade? What was the setup? Somebody gave me what the setup was on Euro NZD. That way we can take a look at the chart and we take a look at it. All right. Man, this thing just doesn't want to cooperate right now. Might have to wait a little bit longer. All right. So take a look here. The fund zone blowing up. Yes, GJ is in profit. Loving GJ. All right. Okay. Bag entry for Euro NZD. Strategy 9 for Euro NZD. All right. We take a look at that. Strategy 9. I love a good strategy 9. Speaking of strategy 9, the AIRO Market Maker EA runs off strategy 9. It's the market maker strategy, and it's having a very good week. So there's two types of strategies it runs based on account sizes. And so it runs a strategy that's called standard, and then it runs a progressive strategy. And so the standard strategy only has one entry. The progressive strategy has two entries. All right. A lot of things that go into that two strategy, the two entries. Mainly, if your account size is bigger, you can handle it. That's what it's there for. It's for those who have the bigger account sizes. But as of this week, the bot is 100%. So it's 100, no losses this week. And the drawdown is less than 4%. And on the standard account, it's up 7.4%. On the progressive account, it is up 8.6%, I believe. All right. 8.6%. All right. All right. So we are out of the GER 30 trades. All right. And we are in the fun zone for the night with GJ running. All right. With GJ running. So love to see that. GJ running nicely. All right. So let's take a look here real quick. Let's jump on the charts. Share my screen real quick here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So as you guys can see here, we're going to start off on the actual chart. On the dashboard. Take a look at the landscape. All right. So you can see all the G pairs up for the day. All right. Most of them are down for the week, but they're all up for the day. All right. Good signs, correlation. GN hit take profit. GA hit take profit of 20 pips each. And GJ is in profit. GJ I may get out of, though, and I'll explain why. All right. You can see GBP NZD almost about to hit 75% of its ADR. GI about to hit 75% of its ADR. Other than that, everything else is far away. The Euros all up for the day. Euro GBP is at break even, but it's up for the week. Gold is down for the day and for the week. So is S&P 500. GER 30 is down for the day, but up for the week. UK 100 up for both the day and the week. Japan 225. I took off. I don't even look at it no more. So let's take that one off. I'm going to stick with just UK 100 and GER, mainly just GER. Mainly just GER. And then that Mexican peso, Taco Tuesday. It's up for the day and the week. All right. So look at GJ. GJ moving. So I'm probably staying in now. The reason why I was looking to stay in or thinking about getting out is right after the actual break happened, the Asia session breakout, there was a zone, a red zone that popped up there. And you guys know the rules to stay out. But I can tell you guys, there's a new strategy that's going to come. I'm going to combine, I got to find a real simple way to do it. I'm going to be combining both institutional level trading with AIRO, and the strategy is going to be the zone buster. So you got to understand why you should take trades and stay in trades through zones. All right. And so you got to start to understand why that happens. Also, it's going to be able to help out with the market maker strategy as well. and also the what do you call the strategy? The strategy counter trend strategy. So strategy number 5. All right. So GI, did you see there? Asia session breakout. Right there. 20 pips. Done. GBP NZD. I don't even need to show it. You guys see how high that bad boy is up. 20 pips. Hit. Breakout was right here, right above the 200 moving average. Breakout. So those two already hit take profit. Both GBP AUD, GBP NZD. GBP Chef is just now breaking through. So once it closes, I'll be looking to take a trade on that one as well. All right, I'll be looking to take a trade on that one as well. Once it closes above that line, that's the Asia session there. And you can see there, GU trying to come back up, but you can see that all the G pairs from correlation standpoint, GJ is up, GOD's up, GN is way up, G Chef is trying to push up, GU and GCAD, they chilling. All right, gold, I'll walk you guys through what I saw. I took this push up right here. All right, so we'll talk about that. And then GER 30, the German 30, dirty 30. All right, you can see the setup here. All right, so we're waiting. We got a breakout here coming. Asia session coming in about 41 minutes. All right, speaking of that, let's go look at the news real quick to see how our night may be. All right. Pull this up here. Forex Factory. Refresh. All right. Forex Factory. That refresh. Let me pull up my FX book on my phone. All right. So from a Forex Factory standpoint, we got some yellow folder Euro news here in 25 minutes, 40 minutes. Euro yellow folder. It is an Italian bank holiday for Euro. Okay. And then after we got the call, GP news, yellow folder news at 5 a.m. We got orange folder AUD news. So a lot of just yellow folder news today. What I see on my FX book is Euro. We have red folder news for Euro coming in 39 minutes, unemployment change. In 2 hours and 9 minutes, you've got a ton of green folder Great Britain pound news. And in 2 hours and 39 minutes, you've got some green folder Euro news and some yellow folder AUD news. So, yeah, so nothing really crazy. We got red folder Canadian news, so CAD news for what is that? 7:30. So, hour before New York session starts, and yep, that's about it. So nothing too crazy tonight. Like we were in a pretty good place. Look at the currency strength meter. Let's refresh that there. All right, so we took GJ for a buy, right? The Great Britain pound is up big time. Japanese yen is down. Hence why GJ is up right now. So from a currency strength meter, the Great Britain pound Japanese yen is up. We're up on our entry right now of the Asia session breakout. And you can see for the currency strength meter, it's up. The Great Britain pound strength is significantly stronger than the Japanese yen. And because the Great Britain pound is the base pair of Great Britain pound Japanese yen, if Great Britain pound is stronger than Japanese yen, especially in this manner, you're going to see price go up. If Japanese yen is stronger than Great Britain pound, you'll see price looking to go down. All right, Great Britain pound, US dollar, they're about the same. Therefore, that's why you're not really seeing the GU move very often. GP AUD, which hit take profit, look at it. GP NZD, which hit take profit, look at it. Great Britain pound is significantly stronger. All right, just waiting on GJ to take off and hit our take profit right now. I see it from my phone. I'm floating about 5 pips profit right now. All right, it's bumping his head on that 200. All right, I almost exited the trade because of that zone that popped up, but that's that. Euro NZD, for those who hit take profit on Euro NZD, we'll go look at that one. Euro stronger than New Zealand dollar. So you can start to use the currency strength meter as another level of confluence. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this link into the chat so that those who don't have it can actually use it. So I just put it to the chat for everybody. Up about 7 pips right now on GJ. David Smith said he caught 25 pips on GA. Congrats. Nice. All right. Let's jump back in the charts, guys. I know I should have held that trade. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so I don't have it on my charts anymore because I don't look at the euros. We don't even trade those many that often on this call. So Euro NZD, M15, easy money. Strategy number one. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4 green zones, 3 red zones. Euro was stronger than New Zealand dollar, and you had a bounce, AIRO, go. Technically, the entry came at the open of New York, of the money zone, but you can see there, it's up 28 to almost 29 pips. Easy bag entry. AIRO moving average is above the 200 moving average. You got a W formation right here. You see that W with the wick way down here. So that W is leaning up and you're in an uptrend. That's an easy trade right there. Easy money. So you got multiple confluence. Euro is stronger than the New Zealand dollar. W formation that's leaning up. Bag entry. AIRO moving average above the 200 moving average. Significant, signifying strong uptrend. The more confluence you have, the stronger you should feel, or the more confident you should feel about taking the trade. All right. So we got new solo cups. We're changing it up. We got blue solo cups now. We got lemonade for the session tonight. For the snacks, we got old school red bonds. For those of you know about old school red bonds, we got old school red bonds tonight. All right. That's the brain food tonight. So Euro NZD, great trade. Multiple confluences. Can't beat that. All right. The more strategies that this is strategy number 1 and strategy number 7, plus AIRO moving average above 200, plus the Euro is stronger than New Zealand dollar. Can't get no cleaner than that. Can't get no cleaner than that. Let's go look at GJ. What's GJ doing? GJ playing games with us right now. GJ, we need to get a close above this 200 and we'll be off to the races. And G-Chef looking strong. G-Chef looking strong. Let's go look at that on the currency strength meter and see if we can't get us another confirmation. Let's go see the currency strength meter says. The Great Britain pound and the Swiss franc. Hold on, let's refresh this just to make sure. Let's refresh. And yep. So I can tell you right now, I am looking to enter in the Great Britain pound, Swiss franc. I'm going to enter in on the 5-minute chart. I'm going to take this entry right here for a buy on the 5-minute chart instead of the 15-minute chart. We're going to get an early entry because we already got that break and we got the other confluences we need. All right. I'm going to take that entry. Boom. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. All right, cool. So we are in a G-Chef buy. I entered in on a 5-minute chart. In 3 minutes, you should have the confirmation of the 15-minute as well. The strategy is for the 15-minute. Who knows? Depending on how I feel about it, I may even double in that bad boy. We'll see. We shall see. But I'm entering into that trade. What's GJ doing? So GJ, we'll put this over here with GJ. GJ is slow playing with us at that 200 moving average. All right. So gold. So we're in a G-Chef trade. I'm down about 5 pips right now. We got 2 minutes until. Yeah, we'll wait 2 minutes before we actually move on to gold. Start talking about that. All right, we'll wait the 2 minutes. All right, we already took the news. We're clear. We don't have any Swiss franc news. We don't have any Great Britain pound news coming up anytime soon. Nothing that's yellow folder or red folder. All right, give it 2 minutes here. Put it in on the 5-minute chart. All right, we had a little drawdown. That's okay. You guys need to understand price never goes directly where you want it to go. I can tell you that right now. If you haven't figured it out, trust me, it just doesn't happen that way. All right. Sometimes it does, but every time, no. Not even with the software. All right. Actually, look at that. Look at that. Let me see here. We're not in an uptrend. We're in an downtrend. Let me look at 15-minute chart. What are we? Yeah, we're in an uptrend on the 15-minute. That's a good sign. We're in an uptrend. All right. So we're in an uptrend on the 15-minute chart. You can see on the 5-minute chart, you did have a bag entry here. All right. Bounce and an arrow here. Is the last arrow. Is the up arrow. That's a good sign. You can also see that we are above the 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart. And all it's doing right now is it's bouncing off that 200 moving average right now. All right. So we had one close above it, starting to bounce. All right. So now we got less than a minute here. All right. Less than a minute. And we're waiting on price to close above. There it is. It's official. So our entry would probably be right around the same price we're at now, even on the 15-minute chart. So I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good right now. All right. Feel pretty good. GJ playing with us. Playing that zone right there. All right. G-Chef, yeah, I feel pretty good about G-Chef. GI is still pushing. GN is still pushing. GU is not doing much of nothing. Just kind of sitting there. You guys remember GBP and USD had the same strength, which is the highest levels. That's why price is not really moving. It's just sitting there. It's overall going up, but that's because you see all the G pairs moving up. All right. All the G pairs moving up. So come on, GJ, let's go. And G Chef, let's go. All right. So we'll see about that. Now on to gold. So gold, I took this buy here. And you're like, Nate, why you take the buy? Well, the zone wasn't right here. So I'm gonna explain what I did here. So let's go to this chart right here. All right, this chart right. I actually took the trade off the 1 minute. All right. So the way I analyze my charts, guys, is I go to the 8 first. All right. I mark my levels of a lot. I mark my order blocks. I mark my and if I have any, I also mark my some additional levels, which we'll just stick with order blocks right now. We're not gonna talk about all the levels. We'll have this more in advanced training. Look out later on this year for Forex Intermediate to come out. So Forex Basics is already out. If you've completed all of your training, so all your videos, actually let's go look at that real quick before we jump into goals to make sure you guys know exactly where it's at. Let me pull up this real quick here. Oh, it logged me out. Hold on, guys. Let me log back into the website real quick here. I want to show you guys where to find it at so that you guys know where it's going to be at in the future as well. All right, let's share the screen real quick so you guys can see it here. Bada bing, bada boom. Share. All right, so I'm under AuVoriaProm.com. I've clicked on AP Academy, which is up here on top of this chart here. All right. When you come to AP Academy, you want to go to My First Steps. All right. My First Steps. Give it a second to load. And under My First Steps, you're going to see these 4 modules. You want to go through all the videos in these modules. When you do, it's going to unlock everything for you. So it's going to unlock all the content you need. You see up here, you will only have My Back Office, Onboarding, My Products, and I believe AP Live. But when you do and bust out and go through all these modules here, then you'll receive Forex Basics and EA Academy up here. All right, so you're gonna make sure, so here you click on Forex Basics. And when you come under Forex Basics, you'll see here, just a little welcome video from myself, and then you'll see Forex Basics. These are coming soon. And you see here, you can go through the access course notes here. All right, but under here, you have Forex Intermediate and Forex Advanced. All right, these are coming soon. This will be coming out in a couple months. There's more education you guys can get from a Forex standpoint. All right. For what we have under the Basics platform right now, you can see here, what is Forex? So we've got everything about Forex: brokers, pairs, trading styles, what are pips, lot sizes, spreads, take profit and stop loss. If you don't already understand any of that, here it is. All right. Risk management, talking about trading psychology and the MT4 walkthrough. So I actually go through the actual MT4. No, I'm sorry. Risk management just has trading psychology. I apologize. Trading psychology. So we go back here. All right. And then under MT4 walkthrough, you've got, we're missing a video. So there's going to be a video that actually walks you through MT4, like the basic settings. So I had the team look for that to add that on there. But then also on top of that, you're going to have a video that talks about basic market structure. And market pattern. So market structure, meaning support, resistance, what's a trend channel, things of that nature. And then from a market pattern standpoint, M's, W's, wedges, things of that nature. So all that information is here and how to identify that on the MT4 platform. There's one video missing, which will be added under MT4 walkthrough, which is the actual longest video, but it walks you through how to use the different aspects of the MetaTrader 4 software that we actually utilize right now. That software is important because at the end of the day, whether you have AIRO or not, if you don't know how to use the MetaTrader 4 software, which AIRO is ran on, then you're not gonna be as successful. So you need to learn how to utilize both. All right. So we jump back on the charts here. GJ is making a move finally. All right. So let's go back here. GJ is pushing. We're up 8. We're down 3 right now in G Chef. All right. Got a down arrow on. I knew I should have held that trade. I knew I should have held that trade. All right. And let's look at gold. All right. SPX, nothing. UK 100, nothing. All right. So GJ, we're +9. All right. I'm feeling good about that. We're almost halfway to our TP. You guys know me. When I hit the 15 pips in profit, I put my stop loss in profit. All right, and then G Chef, we're down 3, so it's pushing up. G Arch still pushing up. GN still pushing up. You could have held that one. I think still going. GU is just sitting there right now. And GCAD, it's trying to push up, but it's sitting at the zone right now. All right. All right. So gold. All right, gold. What was I looking at with gold for this buy? All right. So what I did is I took a combination of the chart. So I went to the H1 and I broke out the the order blocks. So what is an order block? Let's go ahead and default on this here. All right. An order block is anywhere. So, okay, you see price headed down here. All right. So what you're looking for is the last up candle and then the very first candle, down candle in the direction, and then vice versa if you have a bullish order block. So this is a bearish order block because this red candle started the downtrend. Even though there are more green and red candles below it, we were in an upward momentum, and this red candle is where the downtrend started. So that is a bearish order block. All right. Now, an order block just allows us to understand, we use the order block as levels of determining of supply and demand. Big difference between support and resistance than supply and demand. All right. Because with the order block, there's a zone here, whereas with support and resistance, you may mark the support and resistance at the top of the zone. Well, price may never come back and hit that level. But with the order block, it doesn't need to. It could just touch it. And as you can see here, at the close to the opening of New York session, it bounced off that order block and it dropped like a rock. All right. So what an order block does, and I'll show you here on the 15-minute, the order block is created. You come down to a lower time frame. You can see the price came down, came back, tested it, dropped, came back, tested it one more time, and it dropped some more. So what is the logic behind an order block? All right. So great question. The logic behind an order block is, as we've talked about in the past, that as price is moving up, at some point when they want to reverse, again, you see right here, they started selling, price went down here, right? They put in some more sales, so did the retail traders. They pushed the market back up. At the top, sales were placed in by those accounts that have the money to move the market. So your market makers, your hedge funds, your banks, all right? And it dropped. Now, when they place those orders, remember, to entice retail traders to put more money in so that they can then sell, because remember, they buy to sell and sell to buy, they're going to put some buy orders in this area here. There's going to be some buy orders in this area. All right, there's going to be some buy orders somewhere in this area right here, buy orders. All right, they're putting buy orders in because they want to move the market up a little bit to entice us to. But then once it gets to where they want to, then they put in all the sell orders because now the capital needed, because remember, there has to be, for every trade, if there's $100 million worth of volume they want to put into the market, there has to be $100 million worth of opposite volume. So they have to put in something to entice everybody to trade. So they're putting in buys here, knowing that they want to sell. Let's just say they put in the buy orders right here. Start this move up. And then we came in and put in more buy orders, all the retail traders. We think, oh, it's just a pullback. We're buying. It's just the pullback. Just the pullback. Buy. We're all buying up here. They put the sell in. Now, when they put that sell in, as you can see here on the H1, that was that very first down candle, right? All right. Now you see what? Price came back down, dropped, and then did what? Came back up and did what? Came back to this same area. Look at that. Look left. If they put in buy orders here, they're coming back to do what? They're coming back to close those buy orders because they're not going to lose. So they're coming back to close out those buy orders, a little bit of profit or at break even, and then they drop it. But guess what? They may not have closed out all the orders, or they may have seen that more retail money came into the market, and so they want to go up there and get it. They come here and get it. This right here happened. This last kiss of the order block was at 16:15. So that's 8:15. So that is 15 minutes before what? Before market open. New York session starts at 9:30. All right, that's when the New York Stock Exchange is open. And then guess what? After that, what happened? It dropped 164 pips. Why? They fulfilled their entire requirements. They enticed everybody to buy. They got their money in the market they needed to put their trades on in the opposite direction. They dropped the market, came back to get out, dropped it again, came back being greedy to get orders again, and they had to start a New York session. So those who love to trade the New York session breakouts, which I love to trade, is why I love to trade the London session breakout with GER 30. Boom, your trade, you could have entered in. I probably would have waited until the first candle of New York session happened, and I probably would have entered in on a lower time frame. But I mean, you could have got in right there and look at that. I mean, you would have had this candle alone dropped 48 pips. if you would have held it, you'd have been down 18 pips, and then it dropped some more all the way down to 145. All right, it's kind of how it works. That's all they're doing to you. All right, so that's kind of order blocks. We're up 1 pip on GJ. We're down 8 on G Chef. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, go. So now we understand order blocks. I had 2 order blocks on here. All right. And I use 2 order blocks from a standpoint of a trading range. So I understand what areas I'm trading in between. So I'll explain. All right. So here's the bullish order block that started yesterday. I'm sorry, the bearish order block. All right. And then from the day before, there was the bullish order block, which started the uptrend from the previous downtrend. All right. I left at that. I'm sorry, I didn't mark that one. I marked this one here. All right, so I saw that. All right, that's what I marked right there. Now, next, I went down to the 15-minute to see if I saw anything. I didn't. So then lastly, I came down to the minute 1 for my entry. All right, and so what I saw here was this move right here. Out of the order block, you had a bullish engulfing candle right here. This right here is a bullish engulfing candle. Look at that bullish engulfing candle. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. Beautiful. Bullish engulfing candle out of the what? Out of the order block. So guess what I did? Pure price action. Just like I teach you guys, but this is out of the order block. So I put in a buy on this candle right here. With spread, I got in somewhere right around here. And you can see price did what? Price ran up 31 pips. I took profit at 20 pips on this drop right here. I got in and went back. I got around out at 20 pips. It went up 31. I had my TP at like 40, but I got out at 20 because it was stalling. I saw it stalled and it kept trying to pull back right here around that 200 moving average. All right. And so that was it. So when you guys saw the video I put into the chat and I was up 20 pips, that was the trade that I took right there. That's why I took it. Now, let's go look at AIRO to find out what are the confirmations I took. So when I went to AIRO, and you see guys were up 4 on GJ and down 2 on G Chef. So starting to move back where we wanted to. So my entry on on GJ was, and the reason why I wanted a short move, I knew it was going to be a short move because we're in a downtrend. So this is a counter trend trade. But you can see here that my entry price was what? Price was above the AIRO moving average when I entered in. So I said, oh, it's above the AIRO. It bounced. Look at this. Bullish engulfing candle on AIRO. Bullish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle on my institutional setup. Enter the trade. Price action off the supply zone. That's what that was. It was price action off of the supply zone. So I entered the trade, 20 pips. That's it. That was it. Nothing more. Come down to the 1 minute. You see we got in on this candle. And look, next candle you got up AIRO. Next candle you got that bag entry off the 1 minute chart of AIRO. So again, as you start to learn some more of these additional concepts, you can use them in conjunction with AIRO to give you a additional confidence needed to take trades. So let's go do it with GER 30. All right. Let's go do it. So GER 30. Oh. All right. GER30. I only use 4 time frames: the 1 hour, the 15, the 5, and the 1 minute. I make my entries on the 1 minute. All right. That's my new approach now. You have better entries and lower risk to reward. I mean, a higher risk to reward. So entering in on the 1 minute allows me to have tighter stop losses. All right. So we'll start off. You have a huge move yesterday. Huge move. Shout out to Hilliard, who rode that bad boy like a bull for hours, not seconds. He was on that bad boy all night. All right. So here's the bearish order block there. And then you can see the bullish order block way down here from before the up move started. All right. All right. For me, I see some bullish imbalance. All right. We talked about it on the last call. I'm not going to touch on that too much tonight, but we'll leave it. We'll start off slow with order blocks. We'll get used to that, and then we'll talk about some imbalance later on, and we'll start getting to those topics as well. We can see that currently prices in an imbalanced area as well. All right. I'm gonna mark that where we see it's got these huge liquidity candles. So typically, price wants to come back and recapture the liquidity. All right. So it's come back to recapture liquidity on multiple candles here. This is the last candle, last large liquidity candle, because you can see here this candle on the H1 is a 748 pip candle, 748 pips. That candle we can't make as retail traders. That is real money going into the platform, into the markets. That's hedge fund. That's a pension fund. That's real money going in there. One thing I'm going to do though is because this is imbalance, I'm going to find the 50% mark of the imbalance. All right, we'll touch on that later on as well. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I don't want to talk too much as we go, but this is the 50% mark of the imbalanced candle that has not been filled yet. Does it have to be filled? No, it doesn't have to be filled. All right. So as we're looking at, let's go down to the 15 minutes to see if we see anything. Do we see anything here on the 15 minutes? Nothing major. Got a little imbalance on this liquidity candle right here. All right. Go down to the 5 minutes. See if we see anything there. See the overall trend is starting to trend down. I was in a sell, so I was selling this right here. This whole move right here. I had 2 positions on that move, so I wanted to make sure I got out. I should have held because I got out up here. Took profit, made profit, but should have held it longer because it hit my TP. Let's see. Yep, hit my TP. My TP is right here. Just wicked. So not bad. All right. All right. So I am just looking at everything and seeing that the overall trend is down. Oops. Let me go back to the 15 minute. Let me go. We got 8 minutes until the top of the hour, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm anticipating price to drop. This is what I am anticipating right now. Real quick. I'm anticipating something like that. Or like yesterday, because it didn't do any of that. I was expecting the pullback before the run up, or I'm expecting just straight down. So we'll look to see what happens. But I'm expecting something like that on both. If we go look at the M1 would be the entry for us. We'll be looking for the entry on the M1. All right. But M5 here. But as you can see here, whatever typically on the M5, whatever the first candle is on the M5, really the M1 on the direction of the trend dictates where it's going. I can tell you guys the first 1 minute candle on GER30 last night was straight up. It was a 354 pip candle. The first minute one candle. And the market went up over 1,800 pips last night, straight up. Then it came back down during New York session. All right, so typically whatever that first candle is going to dictate what the overall trend is going to be for that session, is what I've been finding out on the breakout. We talked about that on the last previous calls. It's come true last previous calls. I even went back about a couple weeks worth, and we saw that every time it happened. So I'm expecting price to either go, I expect it to go down, even if it goes up first. So even if the first move is up, I still expect it to be down for a multitude of reasons. All right. I'm not going to break into all of them, but that's what I'm expecting. So we expect something to move like this. One of these two moves here, up then down, or just straight down to its 50% level of the liquidity of the candle. It did not collect. We got 5 minutes left, so we'll see what's going to happen. Like it might be straight down. We'll see, though. It's already moving down. All right. And so if we go take a look at GER30 on the with AIRO, you can see it sitting at a zone right now. All right, sitting right at a zone, which we can clearly see. We're far away from our this is a imbalance zone, but it's sitting at what's called support right now. Support is good, but supply zones are better. All right, resistance is good, but demand zones are better. Support, the difference between supply and demand, the difference between support resistance versus supply and demand, where the orders are at, where price stalls out at. That's mainly what it is. All right, just to keep it 100 and keep it real simple. All right, your support resistance zones, you can see here, are sitting right here, areas of where prices is just kind of stalling out at. All right. But lower is where the actual imbalance area is at. We talked about imbalance. Imbalance is where orders were not placed. So that's where the market likes to go back to stamp their flag in that area of where those orders were not. All right. So GJ, we are down 1 pip. G-Chef, we are down 5, but pushing back up. You see G-Chef bounced off the AIRO moving average. All right, trying to get a push back up. We'll see what happens there. Gold moving back up. Moving back up. Look at that. Right out of that same zone. Right out of that same zone. Maybe 5 here. All right, no real move on that right there. GER. All right, got 3 minutes. We'll see what happens on GER. GJ is playing games with us. Told y'all I thought about closing out. Should have done that. G-Chef, same thing. All right. See what happens. All right, see what happens. GI trying to come down a little bit. GN trying to come down. That's why GJ and G-Chef. GU trying to come down, and GCAD still trying to push up. Let's go look at GJ and G-Chef on the strength meter. All right, on the strength meter. All right, here's the strength meter. We're going to refresh the page. G Chef, GJ, still the Great Britain pound still stronger. So we're looking good there. And GJ still looking stronger. All right, still looking strong. Not as strong. GBP used to be 6 bars, not 4, but it's still 4 versus 1 on G Chef and GJ. All right. So that's good signs. That's good signs. All right. We got 2 minutes. Let's go back to the chart real quick to see what this breakout's gonna look like. We got 2 minutes. One minute. And like always, once that London session hits, you should start to see some nice movement coming from good old GER. All right, good old GER. We go to the 1 minute chart. Look at that starting to happen beforehand. Already starting to move. Let's see what happens. I expect a sale is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a sale. SPX, UK 100. All right. I'm expecting a sale. Let's see if I'm going to be right or no. We gonna see. Look at that. There is the open of London session. See how much more volatile the pair is, and look where it's going. Straight down, straight to the downside. So I can tell you guys on the next 1 minute candle. Gotta love London Open. What's this thing gonna do, guys? What's it gonna do? Up over 160 pips. Up over 160 pips. Up over 200 pips now. First couple minutes. All right, first couple minutes. I don't see my entry yet, so I'm not entering to the trade yet. I'm looking for. Let me go ahead and mark it real quick so I have it in mind. All right, so we'll watch out for good old G30 right now. No real movement on gold. G Chef going against us a little bit here. GJ as well. All right, so we'll keep an eye on those. Make sure you have used proper risk management, guys. You guys already know the game. There are no guarantees. All right, got to make sure you stay in that proper risk management. Even if it takes you a little longer to grow your account, got to use proper risk management. Woo, look at that candle. Look at that candle. So you could have guessed wrong. It went 140 pips down and then immediately reversed, and it's up 330 some pips. That's why I'm trying to master GER 30. So we'll be trading GER 30 a lot on this call because my goal is to master this. You guys already know my goal, 250 pips a night is the goal on GER. All right. It moves. If you guys haven't noticed here, I'll just show you guys for the ADR. You can see here over the last 10 days, 18,345 pips, which is really points. So it's really moving on average 1,834 pips a day. It's a lot of pips. 1,834 pips per day for the last 2 weeks, 2 trading weeks, 10 days. I think we can find a way to catch 250. You got to wait for our setup. That's it. Wait for the setup. All right. Wait for the setup. All right. I'm expecting it to get to my imbalanced area right here. And then I'm looking for a bounce off of this imbalanced area to head back down. All right. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to get here, give us a rejection. So a reaction, some type of rejection, candlestick formation I'm looking for. And I'm looking for that nice sell. That nice sell. That's what I'm waiting for. Just so you guys know, that is what I am looking for. That bad boy can move. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that one. GJ, we're only down 1. G Chef down 11. Starting to get a little turnaround now that we are in London session. These are London session pairs. All right, these are London session pairs. All right. Gold moving up. You guys saw the entry. Look at that, right out of the zone. Look at that. What is that? Look at that W formation. Slanted up, W formation. Let's see if it goes up here. W formation right there. All right, UK 100 with the buy. All right. GR is moving. It's moving. Getting close to that imbalanced zone. All right. Let's see what happens when it gets there. Let's see what happens when it gets there. I'm waiting for the reaction, and I'm waiting for the sell. So again, the up and then the down. All right. Why the up and then the down? Well, so this imbalanced area was never filled. It was never filled. So I expected it to get here to fill this area, to put its stamp on it. All right. And then you got this huge liquidity candle down below us that has not been. So that's what I was looking for. All right. So we got to that zone. Now let's find out what we're going to get. What do we get? I enter in on the 1 minute time frame so I can get a better entry and a tighter stop loss. All right, so we're gonna see what happens. All right, still the same with G pairs. Got a bit of a reaction. We're gonna wait for some confirmation. Take a look at AIRO to see what we got. Let's go to the minute 1. All right. On AIRO, you gotta see we're +2 on GJ, -6 now on G Chef. All right, we're still in a downtrend on AIRO. The AIRO moving average is still, well, it just crossed above the 200. All right, so we'll see how that plays out. See how that plays out. All right. +2 on GJ, -5 on G Chef. Nice turnaround. Why? London session. London session, you can't go wrong in London session. All right, trading London session pairs. just gonna give it time to react. No entry yet. No entry yet. I think here you caught it up tonight. He said, hey, this thing's gonna run up. So we could have our analysis wrong. Either way, you play what you get. So it's running up. So we'll see what happens. Huge zone right here from the 1 hour, order block. All right, the 1 hour order block. All right, so we will see and wait. No entry yet. Remember, it's all about finding your perfect entry. Can you enter in on this? Sure. But why? Do you know it's going to go this high? No. At first, it dropped 140 pips down. We could have sold that and been just caught a big L. You wait for your entry. All right, you got to wait for your entry. So I'm not seeing the confluence right now. I'm not seeing where we entered the trade in because I'm waiting for both AIRO and for my markup to actually show me where I'm looking for the entry. But I can tell you, looking at GJ, we're up 3 pips, and G-Chef going down 3 pips. All right, G-Chef moving back up nicely. So for those of you who did not get in on GJ, GA, and GN from the actual group call, shout out to Hilliard who said he was in all of them. I forgot who it was that said to look at the other pairs. Hey, we're in. Hilliard up 350 pips on GER30. Gotta love it. Congrats, Hilliard, man. Killing it. So let's see what Hilliard took. Hilliard took, looks like he's on a 5-minute chart. All right, he saw his bounce off the support zone right here. Back up, and he got in here on the retrace and wrote it back up. All right, pure price action moving. Even if you had fractals on, there'd been a fractal right here. Nice little move up. All right, let's go back here. There we got some reaction. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. See how the bodies of those candles stop at the very top of that area? At the very top. All right, at the very top. See how this candle reacts. We are on the 1 minute. The 1 minute. I can tell you, I am probably going to enter into a sale when this candle closes. All right. If you're going to take the trade with me, make sure you use proper risk management. Please use proper risk management. All right. Please use proper risk management. See how this candle closes here. Yeah, I'm in that joint. All right, and for me, my stop loss is going to be right above the wick. So if it goes above the wick, I'm out. Just go ahead and put that in. One-click trading. All right. And why am I putting it there? Well, that's where price went to, so it can always go back. But once it's fulfilled its criteria, it's probably not going to go back in that zone. So we'll put it a few pips above. All right. And then from a take profit standpoint, let's zoom out here. $250 pips. Even though long term, I'm expecting price to come all the way back down here. Like I said, up and then down. So I'm looking for price to come way down here. All right. All right, we are up on GJ, down on G Chef, down a few pips on GER 30. All right, GER 30. All right, so stop sharing here. We got those set. We got some Q&A. Let's watch the Q&A. All right. So someone says they're having trouble accessing the AIRO dashboard. I'm not really sure about the AIRO dashboard. What do you mean you're having problems accessing it here? Let's give it a second here. I'll show you where it's at. So the AIRO dashboard, like I said, you can see here on my chart, I got the AIRO dashboard up here. To find it, you want to come here to the gold folder, gold star underneath charts. Select that. Come over here to expert advisors, open up that, and you'll find it'll say AIRO dashboard there under expert advisors. All right. There is a video that is, and we are almost in profit on GER, but there's a video. There's a video that is on the AIRO bag chat. So on the AIRO bag chat, there's a video that shows you exactly where the how to actually utilize the platform. You know, how to utilize the dashboard, how to set it up, the explanation of the AIRO dashboard. You know, what everything stands for, the do's and don'ts, yada 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 yada. Also, every Sunday night, I do a setup call. So you can also go to the Auvoria Prime YouTube channel. And on the Auvoria Prime YouTube channel, you can actually watch the videos from last Sunday or the Sunday before, whatever the case may be, the Sundays, to see how to set everything up. So if you want to see all that, you can do that as well. All right. So that's how that works when it comes to the actual dashboard. All right. All right. So we are waiting for the drop to happen. If you are in GER 30, we're about 5 pips right now. GJ is down 4. G Chef, we're down 11. All right. And we got take profit for me. I got set at 250 pips on GER 30. All right. I'm watching on my phone so I can see if it gets carried away. And I see we are in the profit. Profito. We are in the profit. Can you look at Nas 100? Sure, we can look at Nas 100. You guys love, again, we'll look at it, but not looking to take too many trades. Nas 100, guys, we are in a London session. Nas 100 is a New York session indice. All right, a New York session indice. And we're looking very, 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 very blue right now on GER 30. I'm talking about very, very blue. Again, you guys know usually I take 50 to 100 pips profit. Who knows? We may just take that. I'm always, you know me, guys. I'm always trying to be conservative, but I'm thinking we're definitely going back down to, as you guys know, with this setup right here. I'm looking for price overall to come back down to this level, way down here from our entry, and I've got 2 now. That's 780 pips. So a long way to go. I just want 250. I want my 250. So we got our 250 right there. I think I got 250 on one position. I got 273 on the other position. So hope it just makes sense to you guys. Hope it makes sense. Once we get deeper into profit, because of how volatile this pair is, I'll pull my stop loss and take profit. But right now we're up 105 pips, up 100. Yeah, we're up 100. So we're almost halfway there. So once I see we're going to 250, once we get to about 200, I'll lock in the profits. But we're looking very healthy right now. Very, very healthy. Very, 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 very healthy at the moment. Gotta love G to the ER30. Trying to be more diligent, everybody. Trying to, make sure we catch. I mean, I'm already caught my 250, so I would typically be closing out, but I caught my 250 right now. But the main position is not at 250, so we're looking for this number to be at 250 right here. GR. We've caught 100. So if you're happy with your profits, take your profits. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. You can't go broke taking profits. All right. You cannot go broke taking profits. All right. So if you're in profit, don't have no shame taking profits. All right. I'm thinking about taking profit on my bigger position that I came on with and keep the original position. All right. I'm thinking about it real hard right now. But every time I take profit, man, that thing likes to go continue the way it was supposed to be going. So we're going to see here. We're going to see here. We're going to see here. I'm going to let it sit for a second. Yeah, we're going to let it sit. We're going to let it sit. Let it go. We'll jump on the call here. We're going to jump on that Nas 100 in a second, guys. We got to get to 250 pips. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Do 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 do. As you guys see, we just tapped 200. We just tapped 200. So you already know what that means. Free trade. Free trade. I am now going to move my stop loss into profit, deep into profit. I'm collecting my pips. This is a free trade. Up 200 pips on the initial position. All right, we're up 200 pips on the initial position. On our way to 250 pips. All right, I'm going to lock in 60 pips on this bad boy. All right, we on our way. We on our way. GER 30. AIRO plus institutional level. Look at that. 213, 231. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. 250. We out of there. And it's still dropping. Hey, if you caught the pips, guys, please blow it up in the chat. Let everybody know. Tag me on Instagram. Tag me on Facebook. 250 pips. All right, 250. I told you the goal is 250 pips every night with GER 30. That's the goal. That's what we're going for. Let's get it, dog. Hey, who got it? Mark got 255. Congrats. Jasmine said, let's go. George said he pulled out 249 pips. Hey, I can't get mad at you, man. Profit is profit. You know what I'm saying? Karina, 140 pips. Let's go. 550 pips for George. Ugh. Nasty. 400 pips for George. Oh, he just double tapped in there. Oh, man. 316 for VQ. Windart, 251. Dwayne, 253. David, 235. Vahur, 435. Double entry. Let's get it. Dwayne, 300. Jason, 150. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Catch the pips. The goal is 250 a night. All right, the goal is 250 a night. Every night. That's the goal. No more time playing games. It's time, guys, to take it to the next level. All right, time to take it to the next level. So with that being said, in the meantime, we're getting our butts kicked right now on G Chef. Golly, G Chef, come on, G Chef, don't play with us. All right. So your account not big enough yet to trade. Hey, that's not a problem. Kaneen, 280. See the 255. If over 300 double, Jasmine Simone. Jasmine, what's up? Jasmine got in there. Lexi, what's up? I know Lexi, you always in there. So hey, that's never nothing new. But if your account's not big enough for GER 30, NASDAQ 100, US 30, S&P 500, that's fine. Build your account up to it. All right, build it up. It's not a problem. You have to start somewhere. So we start off at with Forex pairs. Then as your account grows, you might move into gold. And then as your account grows, you move in indexes. My philosophy that I utilize is you want to use a 0.01 lot size for every $500 when you are trading indexes. All right. When you're trading gold, I recommend about the same because gold is very volatile, but it's not as volatile. You probably can get away with about a 0.01 for every $300 on gold. And then on Forex pairs, a 0.01 lot size for every $100. All right. So 100, 300, 500 is what I recommend. All right. Let's jump back in here. I know some of y'all still in that trade, but yeah, it's still going. So we're down 17 on G Chef. We're down 8 on GJ. You can probably guess why. Well, GER30 leads the way. All right, so it leads the way, and it dropped, and so we have a little drop here. All right, so we'll continue to monitor those. All right, we'll continue to monitor those. Someone wanted to look at NAS 100. But as I tell you guys, get your counts ready, because the goal is 250 pips a night with GER30. That is the goal every night. All right. Just so you guys want to know, my stop loss was like 95 pips. So I risked 95 pips and I secured 525 pips. I think that's a pretty good risk to reward ratio. I think that's pretty good. So NAS 100. Again, you see here, New York session, big moves. Before New York, not so much volatility. You can see it's shorter moves because it was moving up with GER30 last night, but huge moves in New York session. Why? Because it's a New York session pair, and that's when the most money is traded with it. You see right now, we're just going sideways. So from a NAS 100 standpoint, nothing really going on. Nothing big going on. It's selling because GER30 selling. So what I've come to find is in London session, the indices follow GER30. In New York session, the indices follow US 30. All right, they're the most volatile. That's what they follow in the sessions. All right, so you saw that big run up and then the big drop. Well, that's what we just saw with GER30. All right, so nothing here. Again, it's not New York session, so not looking to really trade too much of that. Down 19 on G-Chef, down 12 on GJ. GER30, what we got here? It's still selling. Still selling. We are on the 1 minute, and the 1 minute, we have a what? We got a bag entry. A bag entry. I got my pits for the night. So, I mean, I've doubled my goal for the night. And so I'm not entering any more trades. I could take this bag entry, but I've got 2 trades running. And that last 625 pips was very good. So I'm not going to enter in any more trades at the moment. But that could be a potential nice trade right there. So we'll see. You guys already know me. I'm expecting the drop all the way back down here. So as I get a lot better at this institutional level trading, hey, we might start. Look at that. Bag entry. Somebody jumped into that bag entry right there. I know somebody did. That's easy. That's an easy 100 pips right there. 97, almost 98 pips. That's 100 more pips you should have got right there. Should have got into that trade. Man, should have gotten that trade. Bag entry. What you said, I said it's going to be a good setup. Look at that. 100 pips. Another 100 pips. The overall goal is I'm expecting to see price go all the way back down to the zone. So as we get better, we'll start taking trades zone to zone. So we start catching 400, 500, 800,000 pips in a session. That's just what it's going to be. All right. So should have took that trade. You got to make up for that G-Chef. G-Chef messing up. Andres, another quick 100. King, quick 90 pips. Congrats. Somebody take trades. I should have taken that trade too. G-Chef started to make me mad. But we may secure enough profit. So with the loss, if we do take a loss on GJ and G-Chef, which I'm expecting to turn around, but if we do take a loss, we secure enough profits that we'll be in profit. All right. For GER30, the time frame should be M5. For me, I enter in off the 1 minute. I enter in off the 1 minute because the 1 minute has tighter entries. All right. What is the meaning of an engulfing candle, please? Great question. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at an engulfing candle and find out what is the meaning. What is an engulfing candle? All right. Look at that. Still dropping. That bag entry right there If you're in it, you're up almost 200 pips. Up almost 200 pips. M1. The M1 downtrend. Bounce. Arrow. Go. All right. So engulfing candle. Let's see if we can find one real quick. Can we find an engulfing candle? Yeah, we can. Let's go look at gold. We talked about it on gold. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. What I tell you, guys? I had that purple line out there a long time ago. W formation. I put the purple line out there. Got pretty close. It still may go up. A little retrace, but whoever took this gold trade. If you took the gold trade, that's an easy 23 pips you just caught. So engulfing candle. What is an engulfing candle? This right here is an engulfing candle. All right. You see this red candle here? It's down. The very next candle is even at the body, but the candle, the body, eats the previous candle's body. All right. So it's showing, that's called an engulfing candle. And what this does is it shows in this manner, it's a bullish engulfing because the candle that eats the previous candle's body, you got a bullish candle, so an upward candle, eating or engulfing the body of the previous candle, which is the downward candle. All right. This shows strong bullish pressure. And so if you see it in the opposite direction, like right here, candles are the same, they start the same area. So they're even here on the bodies. And this candle eats, or it's bigger than the previous upward candle. This is a bearish engulfing candle. And look what happened. After that bearish engulfing candle, price dropped. After this bullish engulfing candle, price ran up. So engulfing candle is strong pressure or buying pressure, bearish pressure in one direction. And it's just, it's after the opposite move. So in this direction here, we had a downward move, all right, with this candle, and you had strong bullish pressure in the opposite direction. Now, the key is not to just trade them every time you see them. The key is if you trade them at levels of support and resistance or supply and demand zone, which I took this trade right here for this buy on gold, which we talked about earlier when I put the video into the AIRO bag chat. You guys saw I had 3 positions and I was up 20 pips on all 3. I took it after this trade right here. Why did I take that trade? Well, it was a bullish engulfing pattern off of a supply zone. All right, off a supply zone. So you want to take it at levels of support and resistance. All right, in my opinion, all candlestick formations are not equal. So meaning that just because you have a bullish or bearish engulfing pattern, let's say in the middle of nowhere, for me, I don't take them unless it's at levels of support, resistance, or supply and demand. All right. That allows you to see that price is now rejecting that level with strong momentum in that direction. All right. Which we had right here. This is the 1 minute. I took this trade on the 1 minute. I entered in on this candle. I got my 20 pips and I got out. All right. So that is that. We are down. G Chef is. Boy, G Chef is killing us right now. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't double dip on that one. All right, let's make sure. Let's go ahead and lock in our stop loss. Got a stop loss in, which is almost at the bottom of the zone, so I feel good about that. And then GJ, let's lock our stop loss in as well. Oh man, this thing been tripping. GJ hasn't. I don't know what's up with MT4. MT4 hasn't been allowing me to put in my stop losses or to move my lines up on GJ. So let me manually put it in. What is that? There it is. Popped up. All right, cool. We put it in there. All right. So we will keep an eye on those. We'll keep an eye on those. All right. Keep an eye on. Let's go look at the currency strength meter real quick just to see how things are looking now that New York or London session is upon us. All right. So let's go ahead and refresh. And you see that GBP is weak. Chef is strong. GBP is weak, and so is JPY. So that's why we're looking at the chef turning around. All right, we're looking at G chef dipping on us. All right. GER 30 just hit another 100. Congrats, William. Congrats. Congrats. All right. Anybody having fun? Anybody having fun? If you're having fun, hey, let me know it. If you're having fun. It's always fun when you're in the fun zone. Fun zone. Let me go look at the chat. Let me go look at the chat here. Man. It's a whole lot more than 6 people on this call. I should see a whole lot more screenshots in the chat, man. Make these people wake up. They're going to start getting mad because they're going to miss. Like, how do these guys catch 250 pips every night? What are they doing? All right. So Jasmine Holder and Jasmine Simone are both having fun. Congrats to Jasmine and Jasmine on catching those pips. Dwayne said he's going to get rich messing with GER 30. You having fun with GER 30. Darnell hit close at 400 pips on GER 30. Nice. Saeed missed the GER 30 trade. All right, don't matter. There will be more. Trust me. There will be more. So I like GER 30. It's like the nighttime version of US 30. US 30 is for those people that like to get up early. I'm a night owl. I like to stay up late. And so I can get as much from GER 30 as I get from US 30. Actually, I think, if I'm correct, GER 30 moves heavier than US 30. In fact, let's look at it. Let's go pull it up real quick. Let's go look at the ADR. Somebody said they just made him. Ricky said he just made his money back with GER 30. First time trading it. Congrats. Congrats. Demo is up all the way up. Hey, doesn't matter. Demo live. Once you start seeing the success happen, demo live, it doesn't matter. Once you start seeing the success happen over and over again, you then can feel more comfortable putting more money, or real money, into your account, and then start to copy those same behaviors. And guess what? Start to have a success with real money. All right? This is how it should be. No one should jump right in and expect to be profitable right off the bat. All right. So let's go look at the charts here. Let's go add US 30 on here and let's see what the 10-day ADR is. So US 30. There we go. Well, it looks like US 30 is more than GER 30 significantly. 34,193. So that's 34,193 points over the last 10 days. GER 30 is about half that. So looks like I was wrong. Big time. Really, it's interesting. That is interesting because I definitely don't feel like that. But I don't trade US 30 that often. Let's see how big that move was. Let's go do some analysis on US 30. H1. Give you guys a play-by-play on what I think may just happen with US 30 in the morning. For those who want to trade it, we're going to be up because it's not going to be me. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to be me. I was going to be sleeping like a baby, especially after catching all those pips. All right, you guys can see we're in an overall uptrend here. All right, we're in an overall uptrend. I expect GER 30 to come down to that level, that order block. All right, so Here's what I am expecting with US 30. To drop before London, and then New York session. All right. I expect it to run back up. All right. So let's go down. That's what I'm looking to do. All right. Let's go see if we can't find a tighter entry. That's the overall move I expect, just based off of what I'm expecting GER 30 to do. We had the upward movement. We had the rejection. It stamped its mark on that imbalance area up top. Immediately rejected it. Like we said, we caught our 250 or more for those. I expect price to continue to drop. And remember, GER 30 leads the way for London session. US 30 leads the way for New York session. All right. So next we go down to the 15 minutes. All right. Next we go down to the 15 minutes. All right. Not really seeing much here. We'll go to the 5. All right. And so, yeah, not much here. I mean, for the most part, we'll do it up to 15. Same thing like I am expecting, and we'll see. I'll wake up to this. I'm going to leave this here. But I expect this, and then I expect this. Check mark. So we'll see what happens. I'll lay that up, and I'll wake up in the morning and take a look at that. I'll wake up in the morning and take a look at that. So let's go look at it. Down 25 on G-Chef, down 12 on GJ. All right. GR trying to come down a little bit. You see GN coming down. You see GU trying to bounce back up. And so is GCAT. Those are good signs. I'd like to see that. Gold is sitting in the zone. Again, if you took that trade, you're in profit. TP should be hit. W, we call. I should have entered the trade. I don't even know why I didn't enter the trade. W formation. W formation out of what? You got a leaning W formation coming out of the order block. And I put the purple line there to show you where TP was at. That's where I would have took PP at. And you can go back and watch the video. We were right about in this area right here when I called the entry. That's easy 24, call it 25 pips, 24.9, call it 25 pips. It's a nice little trade on gold, especially outside of New York session. So there it is. TP just blasted through. So if you take that gold trade, congrats to you. GER 30. Oh, it's just doing its thing, consolidating right now. Got pretty close. Got 180 pips away from that order block, but this is what I expect to do. I expect it to drop all the way, come down to the zone. So we got 19 minutes to the top of the hour. We are down 9 pips on GJ. If you got in on GJ at the during the Asia breakout, and we're down 19 on G-Chef, which we took on this call. So we're taking 2 trades on the call. We caught at least 250 pips on GER 30. I held strong with you guys. I didn't get out early. And then we got in G-Chef. So I can tell you right now, my original entry on GER 30, if we do get stopped out on G-Chef, I don't lose money. So just because of the amount of pips that we caught on GER 30. All right. But we're moving back in the right direction. I'd like to see that. If we get back to break even or a little bit of profit and you want to close it, feel free to close it. Again, it's your money, it's your account. All right. I feel pretty good about the trades. We'll turn it around. A little retrace. All right, so all it is, price never goes exactly where you want it to go. All right, so Daniel just caught 4,000 pips on BTC. Nice. And Darnell said it, caught the US 30 long candle yesterday for 1,500 pips or 1,500 points. Nice, Darnell. Been killing it. Been killing it. All right. So, hey, more trades like that, guys. I'm going to be using what I'm learning from my mentor. Again, my mentor is a hedge fund trader. Trades a multi-million dollar portfolio for a hedge fund that's $1 billion, is a multi-billion dollar hedge fund. But my mentor manages a smaller portfolio within the bigger portfolios, multi-millions though. And I tell you some of the results that my mentor sends me. When I explained to my mentor that I was trading GER30, my mentor sent me a screenshot. I said, "Oh, I used to trade GER30." And then the next day, he sent me a screenshot. They made $40,000 in about an hour trading GER30. So definitely have goals that I definitely need to get to. But I'm learning how to trade from a hedge fund trader. And you guys know me, it's all about you guys. So as I learn, I give back. We'll make and catch pips here. Not going to explain too much. There's a lot that goes into understanding and the psychology with the institutional level type trades. It's very technical. So in the future, I'll be doing analysis and talking about it, but I won't be really training too much on it. And we'll just continue. I'll continue to show you guys how it also works with AIRO as we tie it right back in there. You guys saw in the M1 bag entry. All right. So the things will you be able to, to be able to correspond back to AIRO. But the goal is, we'll catch pips with it, with what I'm learning, but then also with the trades, we'll continue to catch trades, but won't be doing too much trading on it. Just it's a little, above the head. You guys know me. I try to keep things simple for you guys. Real quick, we are down 8 pips on GJ and down 12 pips on G Chef. So looking a lot better. I want to answer some more questions before we go to the break here. All right. Can you repeat that? The first candle will be when it went all the way up. Not really sure what you mean. I think you're talking about when we talk about bullish engulfing. As we talked about bullish engulfing on gold, and again, actually, I'm not going to repeat that. We've already went over that more than enough. I don't want to take the time away from everybody else. So please go and, in the AIRO bag chat, pinned to the top, you'll find a copy of the Candlestick Bible PDF. Please go and find that. You can learn more about all the candlestick formations there. Any significance on triple bottom? I don't really care about triple bottoms. It's not really something I look at trade. So for me, no. I don't look at triple bottoms. You could. It's not something I trade a lot of. Where would you trade back down to on GR30? We went over that to that order block level. All right. How did I calculate my take profit on GER30? My goal is to catch 250 pips. So literally, I just put it at 250 pips. That's it. But I should have held. Here's why. As I explained to you guys that you saw here, I said price is either going to go straight down to this order block, or price is going to head up and then drop. All right. I expect the price to come up here to this way. I expect the price to come up here, and I marked it off the 5-minute, I believe, or the 15-minute. Let me go look. Yeah, this imbalance off the 15-minute candle. This was a institutional candle. So whenever you have these long candles, that's a large volume. Those are institutional candles. So this is an imbalanced candle. All right. When you have an imbalance on an institutional candle, that means there were no orders there. All right. So the market makers, the banks, they like to go back to these areas and utilize these areas to pick up orders, because that's what they never did have any orders there themselves. So they're going back to those orders, those areas, to stamp their approval. All right, to stamp their like we did when we went to the moon. We put the American flag on the moon. or so they say. You guys know, but and so they go back to those areas. I put that there before it happened. Before the London session opened up, I put that there and I said what? I said I'm looking for price to either go straight down or I'm looking for it to go up to this area and reverse. It came to this area. We got in after the rejection for 1 minute. We had a little retrace and then it dropped like a rock. All right. Now I just put take profit at 250 pips. Should have held. We should still be in this trade. Why? Because I expect that price is going to come all the way back down to this order block. Or I'm sorry, not this. This is a imbalance level on a higher time frame. All right, because it finally, it finally, came and claimed its territory on this imbalanced candle. All right, now it's going to come down to this area. All right, so that's why I was either looking for straight down, and then I'd be looking for a buy off this area up, or the up and the drop. All right. So if you got on the call late, you can go back and watch that. These were drawn before the London session opened up everything here. All right. And so when we had the run up, we had a rejection off that imbalance area. We got in our entry. Boom. So my take profit should still be down here, which should have been a total of 793 pips, which if we're still in this trade, we're up 475. However, I put it at 250 because this could take all night to get there. Literally. I mean, it took all night for it to go 1,800 pips last night. It could take all day long. And for the sake of this call, I wanted to get in and get out. I didn't want to be on this trade, especially with GER 30. So I'm going to be having targets that are shorter while we're on these calls. Just to make sure that we get some nice pips on the call. But I was trying to hit you guys, of where I think it's going to go long term for those who want to hold long term. All right, so that's why I calculate. I just put it at 250 pips because my goal is to catch 250 pips every night. All right, and but the goal is, based on my analysis, I expect it to come back down to this imbalanced area right here. All right. All right, so we just went over why I took the GER 30 trade. What broker do I trade indices on? Please contact me directly. We cannot talk about those directly. All right. Are you done with FTMO challenge? I'm done with FTMO period. All right. So I think we talked about before with the FTMO challenge. I was up 5.4%. So I was up $5,400 on a $100,000 account. I got greedy, over leveraged, and because I made it 5,400 in 1 day. Actually, I made more than that. I went from, I think I was at 98,000 and went to 105,400. So I went up $7,400 literally in one trade on GER 30. And I got greedy and a little full of myself. And was like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and over leverage and try to get back on, get the full 10% with GER 30 the next day. And so I did, took the trade the wrong way. Actually, it went the right way, but my entry was late. And I had some drawdown. I had $5,100 worth of drawdown. With a $100,000 account, you can't have more than $5,000 worth of drawdown per day. You can have 10,000 drawdown or loss per month, but in a day. And so that's how they get you. Because I literally lost the challenge because I lost $5,100 in a day, but I still was $300 in the profit, to the positive side. So because they have a rule that says you can't lose more than 5% in a day or 10% for the month, I violated rule. And that's how they get you. So I won't be using FTMO. We talked about it multiple times on this call for the last 3 calls. One of our very own. I'm not going to announce him just yet. We'll let him do the announcement. But we have a AIRO user who has him and his business partner are starting their own funded platform. And so he's been supporting AIRO. So we're going to support his funded platform. The cool thing about his funded platform is I'm going to tell 2 aspects of it and not going to retell too much. So I want to make sure I'm giving the correct information when it does come out. But we'll talk about it when it launches. Number 1, number one, when you pay, no challenge. You go straight to a live account. All right, straight to it. There is no, there is no, there is no, no challenge. Cool thing as well. I get 3 points. So number one, you go straight to live account. Number two, you can cash out whenever. So if you only make 2% for the month, 3% for the month, you can cash out your percentage. All right, you can cash out. I don't know what the split is. Actually, I've heard the split, but again, I'm gonna wait to talk about all that later on. All right, but you can cash out. You don't have to hit no 10% goal, 8%, 15%, whatever the goal is. You can cash out right away. So that's a bonus. And then third, it goes up to $2 million. All right, 2 milli. All right. So we are going to support my brother when he rolls that out. It'll be sometime this month. That's all I can say. It'll be this month though, from what I've been told. So when that comes out and he launches that, you guys will hear me talk about it. I will start a challenge there, and we're gonna run with it. All right. I want $2 million account. It's cool to have 400,000 with FTMO, but 2 million looks better. So I want a $2 million account. That's just me. That's just me. All right. I can do some damage on a $2 million account, especially with this new way of trading. Oh my goodness, it's opening my eyes, guys. Opening my eyes. No name. Not gonna give any information until it's all launched, guys. I'm not giving any more information. The 3 pieces of information I gave you guys is all I can tell you. All right. That's all I can tell you. You guys are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome in the chat here. All right. What is the average amount of trades per day you are taking? Depends on the day. Depends on the setups. I mean, today I've got, let me look at my account real quick here. Today, I'll end somewhere around with these 2 trades, which would be my last 2. 13 trades today. All right. And I'm happy with my profits. Even if I lose both these trades, I'm still in beautiful profit. So actually, I'm still over my, if I lose both these trades, I am still above my goal for the day. You guys know my goal, $500 to $1,000 a day, which I think is very conservative for this account. Actually, it's being really aggressive. But I can lose both these trades, G Chef and GJ, and I can still be over my profit target because of what we just did on GER 30. That's the power of indices. That 250 pips should cover all sins on any of the trades you take. And the goal for me going forward is, as I start to get better and better, I'm probably only going to trade GER 30. Like, I want to get to the point where I can just take 1 trade, maybe 2 positions on that, and hit my goal and be done. That's the beauty of mastering a pair. All right. Especially if I can catch 800 pips, 1,000 pips based on as I get better and better and know, and have a very good understanding where price is going to go and practice patience. I only need 1 trade. I think I had a 0.2 and a 0.5 on that trade. And I can tell you guys the 0.2 made $600. The 0.5 made $1,500. So imagine that's just on 500 pips. Imagine if I caught the full move. Let's go look at the full move here. So we caught 250 pips, 500. It was 252 on one position and then 273 on the other position. So that's 525. But imagine if we cut this move for the full 799. So that's 1,600 pips between the two. If we made 2,100 off of 525 pips, off of 1,600 pips, what is that? 3x. So we would have made what? $6,300. It's a good day. It's a good week. It's a good month. You don't need to trade very often. So again, once you're starting to master a pair, which I've talked to you guys about before, find a pair you like, master it. Once you master it, you get to the point where you really know it inside out what it's going to do. You can either scalp that pair all day. You can swing trade that pair. You can swing trade and scalp while you're in a swing trade. You can catch one big move. You can over leverage because you now have the confidence and really understand that pair. And you get to the point where you may not need anything else. And that's my goal with GER 30, to get to the point where I only trade GER 30, combining AIRO and combining my institutional level trading together. And again, I plan to bring out some strategies that will show you guys how to combine the two on the AIRO chart. Right now, AIRO is kind of messy as I'm starting to learn. So as my eyes get better adjusted, I'll start to mark up the charts on AIRO instead of having two charts, two windows here. All right, that's the game plan. Look at that go, drop right back down. Interesting. Did the same thing twice. Another bearish engulfing candle, just like it did over here. Bearish engulfing drop, bearish engulfing drop. Gotta love price action. Please go and look at the Candlestick Bible. Please go. Please go. What kind of DD do you allow on this platform coming? I'm not really sure, guys. I'm not answering more questions on it. I'm not really sure about all the answers. So when he launches the company, I'll push it out, let you guys know, and we'll go from there. If a zone pops, the rules are the same, guys. So in the G pairs, if a zone pops up in the opposite direction, we're looking to get out. All right, looking to get out. Nate has found his new babe. Sayonara to GJ. Yeah, probably so. I'm really so my mentor is teaching me is actually teaching me institutional level trading on gold. So in the future, I'm probably only going to concentrate on GER 30 and gold. But the cool thing is the tactics that I'm learning work on everything. So I actually analyzed GJ. I took my entry off of the institutional chart, the technical analysis, the chart that I marked up myself in conjunction with strategy 3. Same thing with GN. I actually took all my trades off that today. I just show you guys AIRO, but I took everything off those pairs today. Made sense. All right. So it's 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's look at the chart real quick here. We are down 5 pips on G Chef. We're down 4 pips on GJ. We back in there, dog. So we'll take a 15-minute break. I know a lot of you guys are going to jump off. That's fine. We're down 4 and 3 now. Take a quick little 15-minute break. I've answered all the Q&A. Like we just had one more pop in there. Oh, nope, we're all good. All right, so no questions there. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. We'll wrap it up. Last questions, put it into the chat or the Q&A. We'll talk about for the last 15 minutes, and then we'll be done at 3:30 a.m. like we've been doing. It's been a good day so far. 250 pips bagged on the call. We're still in G Chef. Those are the 2 trades we took. And then, of course, if you're in the chat, we took those London session breakouts. 2 already hit TP, and we're waiting on this 3rd one here. So very good night. Very, very good night. I can tell you it's made up for the majority of what happened to me last night, because last night I was being dumb. But again, it's like I told you guys, I love trading with you guys because I'm a better trader with you guys on the call. By myself, it's not always as good as it seems. But I've got a lot to learn. So I can admit that. There's always so much more to learn. I'm going to continue to get better, because the better I get, the more I can pass to you guys, which allows the better you guys can get. And the better we can be together, the more we can have fun in the fun zone. I'm just rambling right now. Let's jump in the charts real quick and look and see how our GJ and G Chef positions look. We're down 4 on G Chef. We're down, cut that in half. We're down 2 on G Chef. We're down 1 on GJ. So see GJ where it's at. You can see G Chef where it's at. All right. So we're playing out the right way. Again, we follow our rules. Take profit, stop loss. We're good. And we're getting ready to go back in profit on both of those. Feeling good about that. All right. I feel better about both those positions right there. You can see GI starting to head back up. You can see GN starting to head back up a little bit. Again, we're about to break even. So if you want to call it quits, you can close out. All right. You should be up big time when it comes to look at that. G-shift you got to buy. G-shift you got to buy, AIRO. Oh yeah. Bag entry. What are we? Uptrend. What do we just get? A bounce. AIRO go time. Right at the same entry as the break of the London session. Break of the what's the name? I can tell you right now, guys, on that note, I entered in another position. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So I entered in another position. All right. All right. Looks good there. GJ just got a zone. So I can tell you I'm getting ready to close out GJ and profit. We just got a zone on GJ. So when GJ gets to break even or 1 pip in profit, I am closing out GJ because of that zone right there. GJ close. So as soon as I see break even or a little bit of profit, I am exiting this trade on GJ because of that zone just popped up. That's my rule with that is close out zones. Close out when we get a zone pop up. All right. So should close out immediately, but I think we can get a little push back up. But yeah, we should be closing out immediately. That's me. G Chef. We just got a bag entry, so I entered another trade in on that one, another position. GI pushing back up. GN pushing back up. GU, it's not doing much of nothing. GCAT sitting at a zone. All right, let's see what gold is doing. Gold is trying to reject that zone right there. And here we start rejecting that area. All right. GER30, we can see it's bounced headed back up, but you know, it should be looking for me personally. Maybe it won't come down here. Start a retrace on that one. All right. So we'll see how that goes. UK 100 is up. So SPX a little bit, and then US 30. Well, you guys already know what I'm looking for. So GJ is up and up. All right, up and up. So GJ, I closed out with a profit on GJ. So as soon as I get back up, closing out with a profit because that zone was right there. So I didn't no lose on that one. And G Chef, I doubled up because of the bag entry. The break agent session breakout we've been in for since the beginning, since before the call started. And then I just entered in another position in on the bag entry. I can tell you for me, I'm in 2 positions. So I'm bringing my TP lower. All right, just below the 200 moving average. As you guys saw what GJ was doing, bouncing off that 200 moving average. So I'm put mine because I got 2 positions. That's 28 pips combined for both. So that meets my 20 pip goal. So I'm looking to take the trade to that level. That way we get a right before the 200 moving. Actually, I might move a little lower. Let's do it a little lower. I want 20 pips. So what is 11? Boom. I got 1 at 11. I got 1 at 10. So that's 21 pips right there. All right. So that meets my criteria right there for my 20 pip goal. All right. That meets my criteria for my 20 pip goal. All right. For both of those, I'll be happy. Yeah. So let's stop sharing. We're up 1 pip on one and bringing the other one. Yep. Salute to everyone. We lost about 30 people. All right. What should we read for price action? Price action is the you want to read the Candlestick Bible. So the PDF for the Candlestick Bible is pinned to the AIRO bag chat. All right. The breakout strategy 3 is only good for Great Britain pound pairs, GBP pairs. Go watch strategy number 3 video. You'll see that I talk about that. Only GBP pairs only. All right. And then Looney says, I propose that Nate should live stream all of his trading sessions once he starts trading on the new prop firm so that he can maximize his profit potential. Hey, I kind of like that idea, man. If I trade with y'all, I'm a lot better off. So I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that idea. So I will, I'll consider that. All right. So we've got 250 pips minimum on GER 30. G Chef, we are back to profit or break even at the moment right now. GJ, we closed out in a profit. We hit TP on GBP NZD of 20 pips. We hit TP of 20 pips of GBP AUD. So we've had 3 trades take profit for 290 pips. We closed out GJ at 1 pip, so that's 291 pips, and we're waiting to see what G Chef does. So all in all, we're up 291 pips with 1 trade running on G Chef. All right, up. We're at positive 291 pips. We are 3-0 or 4-0, and we're waiting for G Chef to close. So all in all, very good night. Not bad. With that being said, hey, if you're going to trade, remember there is news at 4 a.m. All right. So in 40 minutes, make sure to trade responsibly. All right. If you're going to continue to trade, you're going to trade during New York session, make sure to trade responsibly there as well. And I'll see you guys on the funny papers. Thanks.